Hello, people of grace. For our Pastoral Connect this week, we're looking at Ecclesiastes chapter 3 in a section that I'm calling Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 11 says, everything is beautiful in its time. This idea of beauty can mean good, but it also has the idea of attractive, like beautiful, or harmonious, or according to God's original intent or design. It says everything is beautiful in its time. And the idea of time here is not time like time of the day, but season, in its season. So Solomon tells us that everything is beautiful or good or harmonious in its proper season. And he lists a bunch of things in Ecclesiastes, some of which we would say are bad, but everything is beautiful in its proper season. Now, this is on the heels of Solomon saying earlier in chapter 2 that man has been given this unhappy business from God himself. And that's man in our current state, that we have this unhappy business or evil kind of turning around of things. And I want to contrast those, that we are caught up in this kind of evil churning about, but everything is beautiful in its time. Well, the idea of evil there, and I mentioned this in a previous Pastoral Connect, is really a good that has rotted. That's really the uniqueness and the beauty and the truth of the Christian insight into evil, is that evil doesn't have an independent existence. It's good that has rotted. In one sense, God did not create Satan, he created Lucifer, but Lucifer rotted. And so my challenge for us today is, does the rotting eclipse the beauty in your heart? Does the evil blackmail the good in our hearts? Because death only has power because there was life first. Grief only has power because there was love first. Evil, rotting, is but good lost or perverted. But when eternity rules in our hearts, and we're able to bring that into every season, really on the deepest level, it's the incarnation of beauty and truth and goodness that redeems, then we can align with God's Spirit, and everything can be harmonious with his heart, even if it were a time to kill, which I'll talk about more in our sermon this Sunday. So Solomon goes through all these lofty statements, and he really brings it down to two things in verse 12. One has to do with your inner state, and the other has to do with your actions. Can you be joyful and do good? In every season, is eternity aligned in your heart? Because then you have beauty, and without it, you have beast. But the opportunity to directly experience beauty in every season is an encouraging thought. God has set the beauty of eternity in our hearts. Have a blessed day.